That's right, Mom?
Yes.
All right. So thank you so much. I'm excited to be here today and tell you a little bit about Gingerbrackets, which is a candy construction system that lets you build a gingerbread house without any frosting or glue. Before I get to those, to jog your mind a little bit about some upcoming needs, a few things, the big connections that we're going to need in the future are some connections with distributors, manufacturers, as well as videographers and graphic designers. But to get to the exciting part, I don't know how many of you have ever built a gingerbread house, but quite often the expectation far exceeds what happens in reality. And you might end up like this poor little girl where the frosting slides and your house ends up in a pile on the ground. If that's happened to you, you're not alone. If you look on Instagram, there's 3,000 posts with the hashtag gingerbread house fail. So up until now, the best method to deal with a gingerbread house destruction disaster is to add a dinosaur. Because this tricks everyone into believing that your mess was on purpose. So my wife and I started to come up with this idea after we helped a local nonprofit build over 500 gingerbread houses in a few hours. And we found the only way to do it was to use hot glue, and that had its own problems where it could burn you, and in the end you can't eat the house. I don't know how many of you do eat the house after, but part of that magic is having a completely edible house. So some of the frosting involved in building a gingerbread house is part of the problem. It's slippery, it falls over, you have to wait for it to dry, and it just doesn't work very well. It's weak, and so like I mentioned, you can get around this by using hot glue, but it's just as messy as frosting. You can't eat it, and it can seriously burn you. So how the Gingerbrackets work is it's a completely edible hard candy building bracket that lets you snap together a gingerbread house or graham cracker house without a single drop of frosting or glue. And of course, like a regular gingerbread house, you're still welcome to decorate the house after, but then the frosting is decorative and it's not holding up the entire house. And you can even build two-story houses like this one relatively easily. So Gingerbrackets are exciting because they're no mess. They create a much more stable structure compared to using frosting or hot glue, and it's a family experience. It's something that's fun and enjoyable to do, not just another candy product. They're also relatively inexpensive to produce because they're made out of sugar, and they're now patent pending. So I interviewed 200 people. It was a survey of anonymous people across the United States to try to get a feel for the market here, and I'm hoping tonight you can help me with some of this as well. But I found that 35.7% of respondents said that they were likely to build a gingerbread house in the next year, and then there was a slightly higher number of people that said that with 38% likely to buy Gingerbrackets. So that number increased a little bit, showing me that there were some people that would previously not be interested in building a gingerbread house that were interested in purchasing the product. And for example, there's a company called NAFTA Foods that's North America's largest gingerbread manufacturer, and they consistently do around 20 million in sales volume every year. So there is a market for it, and our marketing plan will rely heavily on social media because it's something unique and original. People want to share it, and we're hoping to promote that through photo contests and native advertising, which isn't those annoying banner ads on the sides of websites, but targeted advertising with quality reviews and articles about the product on websites and magazines like parenting magazines and quality retail displays in stores. We are looking for manufacturers outside of the company, but in case that doesn't work out, we've purchased an automated molding machine, and we can produce over 2,000 of our own brackets per day, and that machine should be able to be up and running this June. And to distribute the brackets, we're going to be looking to not deal directly with retailers, but work with value-added resellers. And this is definitely a big connection that we haven't made yet that we're looking to maybe that's the same as a distributor or someone that sells to the retailers for us, as well as online sales, and where it's not just a grocery product, we can sell in toy and craft stores. We found that we can maintain around a 66% gross profit margin, which should be high enough that we can sell in retail stores. And pricing is another idea that we'd like feedback from today. Many people in the survey indicated that a box that would contain enough pieces to build two houses like this, 2 stories, they'd pay around $10 for. In a single structure like this, $5. And so that's something we're trying to get a better feel for. So again, some of the big needs that we have are distributors, connections with distributors, manufacturers, as well as graphic design and videography. But I'm really excited to hear other feedback too. Sometimes your biggest needs are things you haven't personally considered, as well as thoughts on what you'd personally pay for a box of these and any other concerns or ideas you might have for me. So thank you for your time, and I really appreciate it.